Welcome to the predicted 11. Hello everybody and welcome to the predicted 11. Listen, we are back after a wonderful win against Chelsea. We've got to talk a little bit about that. I'm with Dan today. Dan.
Big up, bro.
Wembley bound, mate. Wembley bound.
We are on our way to Wembley, mate. And you know what? I always felt that we had one foot in the final, but it's always nervy, innit? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's always a nervy game. And I don't think you can predict an ending as good as that. That's the best ending I've seen at Emirates for a long time. I'll say that. Probably this season, actually. And I think if you was to pick one goal scorer, it's Kai Havertz, mate. And I love the celebration. I think I love the celebration more than the goal, if I'm honest. And the goal was quality. I think it's underrated, the goal, actually, by the way. Because I know people will say it's open and it's clear and it's easy, but the pressure on that, I don't know if anyone's tried doing that. That ball from Rice, you tried doing that over Hackney Marshes, it's a struggle, trust me. So with your weaker foot as well. And it was a brilliant ending.
I think everything about the goal, the header from, if we can do this up from the over it, because the header from Hincapié to Trossard. Trossard's lovely little flick round the corner to Declan. Declan then has to get it there, round there. It just does take a little slight deflection. I didn't realise that
I didn't
at the time.
know that. Yeah.
It takes a slight.
But that's how hard it was, you see. If that's millimetres. It don't go to him. You know what I mean?
Then you've got to have the good first touch, which he does. And then is the key part of that, right? Martinelli's run.
Yeah.
Because Martinelli's run makes him, the goalkeeper, think, is he going to play it to him or is he not? So the goalkeeper's 50-50, not totally fixed if it's just one. You know, you've got to do a trick. So he didn't have to do a trick. All he had to do was just go like that, move it round there. So everything in that phase was top class.
Yeah, it was. It was. And I think Martinelli's run, you're right to mention that, because that, for me, Kai Havertz has got two decisions there. He's got, this is pressure, this is me, this could be my moment here against my old club. But I'll tell you what, the easy one is to just give it to him to tap in. And he ain't, and he's taken the right option. And I think fair play to him. Do you know what, I'll say this about Kai very quickly, because I know you have always liked him a lot more than I have, right? And I think he's a good footballer, but I don't think he's what we need to get to be like your Thierry Henry, right? So I've always thought there could be an upgrade. When we did that keep, buy, sell, or whatever it was, I kept him as a squad player, Kai Havertz, because I think that's what he is. I think he's someone who can give us a different dimension. I'll tell you what I love more than him, though, is him. Like, I like his personality and his kind of, he's got that little bit of shithousery, he's got that little bit of hard nut about him. He's got that little bit
that's what I like
that little bit of cheekiness, that celebration. I kind of like that.
I kind of like that. And I'll tell you something else that I'd bet a lot of money on this, right? If that was 20 minutes earlier, I think he'd have played it to Martinelli. But I think that he knew that was
a moment.
It was done, you know what I mean? Like, it was his moment, you know what I mean? But I'd love to ask him that question 20 minutes ago. I think he would have, because he's not a selfish player.
No, he ain't, no.
But I think that he would have done that. Like,
and it was the easiest option.
Yeah, and listen, do you know what I like about him? There's a presence about him. I was fortunate enough to meet him in Hong Kong, like, and he's got, like, you know,
got an aura about him.
He's got an aura about him.
Okay.
You know, like, he's not he's quite a big lad, bigger than what I thought he was. You know what I mean? I definitely think he has got stronger and built himself up and all that. But yeah, I like him.
Final, mate.
And listen, the actual celebration, just pointed a badge and then just going and leaning on the...
It was quality, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
It was quality.
How has he thought of that?
It was unreal, wasn't it?
For that to just come to him like that. Because if it was me, I'm over the barrier, I'm into the stands, I'm in. But for him to do that was just... It was just this fantastic. And the atmosphere after that, when then that goal went in, the announcer doing like Kai... And everybody Kai, and then he went wacka. Oh, come on. I'll tell you what, big up to Arsenal. Didn't mention it on the Invincibles, but I mentioned it on Forever. Big up to the Arsenal as well, like putting their fans up in the top half of that. That was brilliant. Brilliant decision. You know what I mean? Like,
with a safe standing.
Yeah, safe standing. I want to see every European team up there now. I'm not saying like when Spurs come to there or Aston Villa or Chelsea in the league, quite happy for you to go where you are, like, you know, the bottom. But any team, Sunderland, I'd love it. I don't think it will be, but Sunderland should be right up there on Saturday.
That's where Arsenal have to be.
Yeah,
the same as Newcastle.
Yeah. Straight up there. Like,
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford, Man United fans up the top there. Like, you know, any team that's nicey to us, you can have that.
You can have a nice little.
But if not, up you go.
Yeah.
Like.
Apart from Tottenham, they can go up there. You know what I mean?
No, because Tottenham do look after you when you go to their ground.
Yeah, but it's Tottenham, mate. You want them up there, do you know what I mean? No, I'm tongue in cheek, but I do think. Do you know what? I wanted that to happen, but I was told that you weren't allowed because there's some law or regulation that says that the away fans need to be by the ground. That's obviously not the case.
No,
we obviously can put them up there.
We can.
So they're wrong.
So they're wrong, right? Because at the end of the day, Sunderland and Newcastle could change that round. They don't for whatever.
I thought it was something to do with new grounds. I was told. So all those grounds we've mentioned, they're not new stadiums, are they? St James's Park, Stadium of Light, Old Trafford. They're not, but the new grounds, if you think about it, all the newer grounds, Arsenal, West Ham, Tottenham, we're all down the bottom, aren't we? Yeah. So that was what I was told, but it might be. It's
Liverpool, put you down on that lovely view at Liverpool, so they're welcome.
Yeah, Liverpool's good. I like Anfield.
Man City, do it on 3 blocks. Used to be all like down the thing.
Wolves is a bit of a weird one away.
Wolves is a weird one.
Quite clever.
Very clever how they do it.
Yeah.
Very clever how they do it. So we'll see what happens there. Like, you know, but come on, Sunderland. I said it earlier on. I'm going to put this question to you as well. Like, I believe this is the biggest game Arsenal have ever played, a Premier League game at the Emirates. This is the biggest game now.
Because of the Liverpool City game, or
the importance of getting 12, 13, 14 games left to be 9 points in front. Come on, that's a massive, massive thing for us.
Well, what's really strange is the last time we played Sunderland away, which was a few months ago, the game the next day, what was it?
Yeah, Liverpool versus
Man City, Liverpool. And I said at the time, win that game, because we could really, at the time we didn't have a huge lead on, if you remember. We could have gone a little bit ahead of them and really quite put some pressure on. We weren't able to do that because Brian Robbie ruined the night for us, and it was 2-2, right? And the rest of that day, I remember watching Man City Liverpool, just rolling my eyes thinking, you're joking. Don't even remember what the score was now. But all I will say is I do think you're right. This is a massive opportunity to allow Man City and Villa, when they play, and obviously Man City Liverpool, to think they're 9 points ahead of us.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Aston Villa got Bournemouth away, which is not easy. Tough game, you know what I mean? Like,
and you've got to talk about Villa because they
they're still in it. They're still in it. You know what I mean? They're on the same points as Villa, so same points as Man City. So until then they're not. They're in it. You know what I mean? Like, I think if Arsenal were to win on Saturday against Sunderland and Bournemouth were to beat Villa, I don't think Villa would be in it then. Like, I still think Liverpool at Man City would still be in it.
Agreed.
Because of the history that they've got. But ultimately, I think we have got to get 9 points in front. Now, to get 9 points in front, Mikel has got to pick the right team here, like, you know. And I don't know how you feel. Do you make changes in this game? Listen, as good as the Cup, I'll say this now, as good as the Cup is getting to the final, what that does mean now is that we've got, after this, 3 away games. Our next home game is Chelsea at home after Sunderland. So we got Sunderland, then we go away to Brentford. Tough. FA Cup is at home at Wigan, but it's not the league. Then we go to before that, so we've got Brentford. Did I just say that? Brentford. Then after that, we've got Wolves now, because away from home, midweek on the Wednesday, and then Spurs. So they're 3 tough away games, and now everybody says to you it's so hard to win away games, and you're asking us to go on the road now and get 9 points, and we've got to have to do that. It may be a little bit of team rotation. Certainly we know that's going to happen in Wigan. Maybe Brentford or Wolves has got to be done. Like Chris said earlier on, don't want to spoil the show, that maybe make a few changes against Wolves. Do you make any today? Like, obviously going to make one, because let's get him down there. Like Kepa, your favourite goalkeeper, is not going to be there. It's going to be Raya. We know that. Like, now, what would you do for your bet for? You say what you do first, then I'll say what I will and what we predict.
Okay. You're right. This needs to be strong. This one, we've got to win this game. So I'm going fairly strong and potentially looking to rotate in those couple of games you've mentioned, Wigan and Wolves.
Away from home.
Yeah. Wolves, we've got to beat Wolves away from home. Sorry, you can't beat Wolves. Have got, 11 points, is it, I think?
Yeah.
12 points. So you've got to be able to back yourself with a squad to get points there. This will be a tough game against Sunderland. You could make a couple of changes here. Maybe you will. I don't know. Maybe you'll look to have a couple of changes. I wouldn't be playing Kepa. You're right. So I'm glad that David Raya comes in, and I would play David Raya in the final. I know you don't disagree.
Yeah, no,
you think Kepa, don't you?
Yeah.
What would you, if you had a car, you were going to go kaput at any moment, and you had to get to the airport, would you take that car? Would you take the Porsche 911?
I'd go with what I've been going to.
No, you wouldn't. You'd take the Porsche 911.
Well,
Because you can't miss the airport.
You know what I mean?
He might go
listen,
kaput.
he ain't a bad. He's not a kaput car, though, is he? Like,
Well, I don't know. I think he's got a mistake.
No, listen.
Anyway,
he
we're
didn't
not
make
here to
that
talk about
mistake on a pressure game. He was good.
No, he was. I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to change my mind last minute. I was going to put Ben White in.
Okay, I'm going Ben White. So we'll bring Ben White down as well. No, go on, bring Timber. No, you will do your one first. So we're going to go Timber there.
I just think he's so good, mate.
I do, but we'll go on. I'll say my reasons.
Saliba, Gabriel, and because of the other night, I don't think he deserves to be dropped. I thought he was outstanding.
Right, so you've gone for the same back four.
Yeah.
Right. I want these two fresh for Thursday.
That's fair.
Right, so I'm going Ben White
and
Calafiori.
Okay.
So that'd be the two changes that I
wouldn't mind that. I originally had that. But I'd change it just because I want to go strong with this game. But yeah, go on.
Now listen, if you get the aerial shot of that, boys, I wouldn't be. If that's the back four on Saturday, I'm not going to complain. If that's the back four for Saturday, I'm not going to complain.
So Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori is what you would go with?
I will go with that, but as I say, if it is that, we've got like four. We've played the Tuesday, and it's now Saturday, so they would have had enough rest in that night. You know what I mean? But I would feel a little bit more comfortable with my best back four on away games. So the reason that I've gone for that is because it's a home game, and I don't think we'd be doing as much defending as we will do away from home. So.
I'll say this, and this is a compliment to our squad. I don't think either of those are weak.
No.
I don't think either of those are, oh my God, that's a horrifically weak option as compared to that. So if you were to put out a poll and say, do you want Ben White and Hincapié, or do you want Timber and Calafiori, or do you want Ben White and Calafiori and Timber and Hincapié, I don't think anyone would go,
that's what I'm saying. You know? So I would keep that. There is an argument for Mosquera coming in for maybe this game. When do you play him? I know you're going to play him next Wigan. I know, but
and then you ask if he's all good for Wolves, maybe. But I think we need to be defensively. More importantly, these two have got to play because that Brian Brobby's probably going to play, isn't he? And he's a handful. I mean, he gave Gabriel a nightmare in the last game. So Gabriel and Saliba have got to play. I don't actually care who the fullbacks are. I'll be real with you. But I would probably go strong and go with Timber, and I would usually pick Calafiori, but I don't think you can drop Hincapié after the other night. You know, like we've been saying, don't drop someone who's playing well. He don't deserve to be dropped.
I'm with you on that. As I said, if it's that back four, I'm okay, and if it's your one that we go there, we go that as well. I'm happy with that, and I'll tell you what I'm happy with that is that at the end of the day, I think it. What happens to us if we win on Saturday and whatever happens on Sunday could dictate what's a good result at Brentford, what's a good one for other things. Now, being told reliably that in training today there's no Timber. Timber's not trained today.
Oh.
Right. Odegaard hasn't trained today, so it looks like he's out as well. And Saka is not in training as well this morning. So
we might as well take Timber out.
So if I think if there's let's do that then. Like, you know what I mean?
I didn't know that. So
no, it's just information. That's you
would play Calafiori at left back.
I'd play Calafiori there
because I originally would have played Calafiori left back. It's only because of Hincapié's last game. No, if everyone's fit, I'm playing Calafiori. But because of his last game, I don't think he deserves to be dropped. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I think I think with Timber's so important to us. Let's just Ben White's more than capable.
Yeah.
So that's it. Midfield, what we're going for. We'll talk about Odegaard in a minute. Again, not training. So there's obviously an injury of him now. You know what I mean? So. I'll tell my thoughts have changed now. I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going to play this. I was going to give Zubimendi a break, I was going to go with Declan Rice there, and I was going to go Odegaard and Eze. All right, that was been my midfield. My midfield's changed now, and I'm going to go that.
So Havertz, Eze ahead of Declan Rice.
I'm having both of them in.
Okay, I like that because it's very attack minded. I like that. I don't think he will do that.
No, I don't think he'll do
but
that.
I would be happy to do that.
So what do you think he's going to do?
I think he will play Eze
Right.
in the 10, and I think he will bring in Martin Zubimendi alongside Rice. Now, I was debating when you said to me, what would you do with it? I think he's going to play. Because I think he's going to play.
Oh, okay. Why do you think he's going to play?
Because I just feel like at the moment, he don't seem to want to start Kai there in this game. I don't think he'll play him in this Sunderland game.
Kai played against Leeds there.
It's a good shout, actually. He did, didn't he? And Eze played against Chelsea in the Cup. I think what we've got to decide is, do we think that we're going to go with 2 here or 1 here? That's what we've got to decide. Because originally, I'm not going to lie, I was going to bring Norgard in and give Declan a rest.
In this game?
Yeah, in this game. That's what I was originally going to do. Now, I think it's massively important, this game. So it might be that you start that and you, if you're lucky, get to 60 and bring on Norgard. So that Rice, because I'm worried about Rice, mate. He looked absolutely, he even said, I'm exhausted after that. I'm knackered. I'm worried about it.
Yeah, but he's got a few days rest, and I do think that, you know, for me, I'm saying to Declan, get through this game. Get through Brentford. And then you've got, like, maybe even rest him until the Tottenham game.
Look, let's go with what I think he'll do. I think it will be these two. I'm worried about him, fitness-wise, but I think it will be these two.
I think it'll be them two, and I think he'll go that.
You think he'll go with Kai Havertz?
I think that's what he'll do.
I think it might be that we see all of these 4 play. We'll come to that position, but I think we might see him there.
Okay.
But that's my.
The other thing is, I'm going to mention this. We're recording this on a Thursday, like, you know what I mean? There's still another day's training yet. Yeah. So, like, the likes of Timber and Odegaard could be training tomorrow. Yeah. There could be a different schedules for that, and I think like that could happen. So we're not saying that they're definitely out of this game. So I'm still going to say that it could be, if Odegaard's fit, I think he'll go that.
Yeah. And you play Rice there, not Zubimendi. You give Zubimendi a rest. You think he deserves more of a rest than Rice, or you think Rice is more important than Zubimendi?
Either or.
I'm more worried about Rice fitness than Zubimendi.
I think that we could do this against Wolves as well. I don't know, like, you know what I mean? It's difficult more at home. I'm just thinking at home we can do without one of them.
Okay.
Because they're going to be a bit more banks of 4-0. They've still got to be careful on the counter-attack and all that, like. But I do think that we need that little bit more to open them up. Once you've opened them up, it's a different thing, like, you know. So, listen, Zubimendi, I'm not saying... Comes big games, cup finals, semi-finals and that's your 2. But I do think that we're struggling a little bit to break teams down.
So I think, thinking about it then, I think it will be Kai Havertz in the 10. Right. That's what I think it will be, so thinking about it now.
We're going to go for it.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's hard.
Because we've got our squad fit that's been fit for like a while now. Well, that's good. But I think it will be Zubimendi, Rice and Kai Havertz, and I'll be happy with that. That decision there, I think, is to do with the decision up top as well. So the Havertz so with Gyökeres. Now, if Gyökeres isn't playing, obviously there's 3 options now, like, you know, because unfortunately Marino's out. So you've got Gyökeres, Havertz, Jesus. Do you see that as the 3 now, like? Yes.
You know what I mean? In that order, or would you say
Gyökeres? I think Gyökeres is his star, and I think Jesus is probably his backup because Havertz is probably going to be playing behind him.
Midfield, yeah.
That's what I think now. Yeah.
So
let's put Gyökeres up.
I think Gyökeres done okay on the other, but I think he looked a little bit more potent when Havertz
was behind him. And we haven't actually seen Kai Havertz and Gyökeres enough, really. We see a glimpse of it against Leeds and Kairat.
Yeah.
But I think it could work. I never thought I'd say that, by the way. I never thought I'd say that. But I actually thought he looks better with Havertz behind him, which is a crazy thing.
If that was so far what Mikel picked, I got no complaints.
Me neither.
No complaints. You know what I mean? If it is Hincapié or Timber there, I've got no complaints at the moment. Yeah. I think these two wide positions now, they're up for debate.
You've got two options really, haven't
I thought Madueke, brilliant against Leeds. I didn't think he was great against Chelsea. I thought when Martinelli went over there, we looked so much more dangerous. But I thought Martinelli was very, very good all game. Trossard, I thought when he come on, done well. So it's not just about starting, it's about finishing as well. Whatever happens, whoever starts is not finishing this game in these wide areas.
Yeah.
Because I do think now that maybe Jesus can come into this area. I'm not saying start, but coming on, like, you know. I want your two first.
My two would be Noni Madueke on the right, and then Gabriel Martinelli, if you can grab him, on the left. That's what I would be doing. And starting.
And reasons for?
Reasons for, I think Trossard coming on has actually looked a little bit... I think he's reminded us as why we used to like bringing Trossard on. Now, he definitely deserved to start at the start of this season. I thought he was our best attacker. And I don't think Martinelli was. I think Martinelli's been so much more impressive than Trossard in the last few games.
Yeah, I think he's pushing.
I think he is definitely worthy of a start now. I think in the Chelsea game, he was definitely our best threat and our best attacker. I think he's come off the back of scoring hat-tricks and he still couldn't get starts. And I don't think Trossard has done enough at the moment to say, well, he ain't getting back in. I thought he was probably one of the quietest players against Leeds, Trossard.
Yeah.
Martinelli come on, set up Gyökeres. I think he's done enough to start now on the left. On the right-hand side, you could play Martinelli right and
That's
Trossard
what I'm
left.
thinking, he could do that.
He could do that, but he seems to like doing that after a certain time, and I think that's what Arteta will do again. So I think Noni will get the nod, and on 60 minutes, Trossard will come on and Martin, and he'll go right.
I think that's what happened. I think it'll be like Noni, whoever Trossard or Mark. I think at some stage Martinelli will finish the game there.
Correct. And Trossard will come on the left. That's what I think.
The only thing is for me, Martinelli worked his socks off in a week. Maybe like just bringing Trossard back, starting with Trossard. I would go with that. That would be my attitude. But I think that he'll go that.
You think he'll start Trossard?
I think he'll play Trossard on the left-hand side, Madueke, and then after 60 minutes, I do believe Martinelli will come on for Madueke, and maybe Jesus will come on for... who else could play on the left? If you was to put...
Well, Eze could play at the wide, but I don't think he will do that. I don't particularly like him left wing, I've got to be honest.
But he could come on like he did against Leeds. He's done that against Leeds. So it could be like then, Eze comes on in there. Jesus takes on Gyökeres' position.
I think, and I know it's not about being fair because it's a squad.
We're going there, but I'm with you. I'd like to see that.
I think out of the three players you've got here, Trossard, Martinelli and Madueke, I think Martinelli's done the most to start out of the three. So if we don't start him, I find that a bit odd, if I'm honest.
Out of I agree. I totally agree.
Madueke, Trossard and Martinelli, if you said to me one of those three's definitely starting,
it's got to be Martinelli. After the performances that he's produced.
So if he doesn't start him, I would be a bit like, why? Because I don't think Noni Madueke has been unbelievable, although against Leeds I thought he was good. I don't think Trossard's been unbelievable, although he has contributed when he's come on or started. Yeah. Martinelli is definitely, and I don't know how many goals he's got in the last few games, but he's one of our top scorers this season, Martinelli.
Yeah, I thought
I think he deserves to start at the moment.
Right, so we're going to go with that. That's the predicted 11 that we've gone for. Let us know in the one thing I want to ask you this week, guys, is do you play Martinelli? And if not, what is your favoured front three? We've had the debate about Gyökeres and Havertz. Listen, he could go that and bring in Eze into the midfield and Gyökeres being replaced by Havertz. It'd be interesting if Odegaard's fit.
It's also interesting who comes off in this game as well, because he's got to rotate well, and I think Rice needs to be looked after.
So if we're 2-0 up, you want to see him come off.
Rice comes off. He has to look after Timber if he does play. If we're 2-0 up, you just carry on playing Ben White.
I think if he's missing training today, I wouldn't risk him.
No, I agree. I didn't know he'd missed training, which is why I would start Ben White.
But listen.
But Rice is the main one worrying for me. I know people talk about Saliba and Gabriel. They're all important, right? Everyone's important. But I don't think this team ticks without Declan Rice, and that's why he's the one I want to, you know.
And a big thing I've got to say, because you miss training on a Thursday, that don't make it say you're out. That you could be doing different things like inside or whatever, like, you know what I mean.
Tomorrow's training will be interesting.
Yeah, training tomorrow's key. Training tomorrow's key, and of course it's the press conference. That's the team we've gone with, guys. Before I go, Dan, obviously got to ask the score, like, you know what I mean. What do you think?
2-0 Arsenal,
2-0.
Clean sheet, and I think we get a little bit of revenge against Sunderland, because that was sore for me, that one.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I know a lot of people say take the point, it's our place to go, and if you look at the results, it has been our place for people, for teams to go to Stadium of Light. But I've got to win this game, 2-0.
2-0, I'm going 2-0 as well, like, you know. So let's hope that we are 9 points. That's the most thing for me, like, at the end of the day, I want to walk out of that stadium on Saturday.
Having won.
Having won, 9 points, don't care how we've done it.
And then we can have a nice Sunday, mate.
And then we can have another nice Sunday. Whatever happens, doesn't matter. We've done our bit.
Exactly that.
You know what I mean? And whatever happens, if Liverpool and Man City draw, fantastic. If Man City go there and win, we're still points in front, but it's another game chalked off. So, listen, let's put the pressure on, and hopefully Arsenal win the game. Guys, thanks for watching and all that. Don't forget, comment us about the Martinelli situation, what you think there, like, you know. Thank you, Dan.
Top man, Lee.
And we're out of here.